anybody. So it's LT degenerate. Exactly what you
keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me out.
Hey, listen, it's not slander, because this is what I think. I don't know that. I don't know that for a fact, but it wouldn't shock me a bit if we find out he gets arrested for touching fucking.
I have a title for my new YouTube video.
As many of you know, me and a YouTuber known as Tommy C recently got into a little bit of drama. And although for some this drama may be irrelevant and downright petty, it opens up an opportunity to showcase some of the downright laughable behaviour that Tommy C has conducted. Now before we look at the context leading up to the drama, let us begin with a display of self-awareness. I'd like to say hi to the 100 viewers in Tommy C's boring 2-hour live streams. I thank you all for joining me on this fine evening. So with that all being said, let's get into it. Now with this video, I've gone with an angle where I'm going to talk about everything, involving me and Tommy C in some nice and concise points, but I also will be branching out to other things that I've noticed whilst I've been in the realm of Tommy C. So to start off, some false allegations.
I'll tell you to fuck off. What do you do?
Now, some of you might know Tommy C has a second channel where he uploads, gaming live streams. And if you've seen it, you know that when he finishes a live stream, he keeps it up on his channel. But this live stream in particular, it just wasn't the case. Now, the live stream was him playing Apex Legends, and it was titled something like, I don't like kids, and the thumbnail was like a baby crying. And as you expected, it was about me. Now, he talks about me loads in this entire stream, but there are two clips which just highlight, one, that this guy's a fucking lunatic, and that he's a hypocritical, which is a point we'll get onto next. To briefen it almost, Tommy C calls me a paedophile, which you might be like, well, isn't that quite ironic, since he's been calling you out for making paedophile jokes? And, this time, Tommy C can't hide behind the fact that it's a joke.
I wouldn't let Lieutenant Cobra enter any children. Anybody who talks about sexual deviance as much as he does, I would be careful if he walked by an elementary school. I am dead serious about that.
So guys, if you talk about sex a lot, sexual deviances, then you're not allowed near an elementary school. I know what you're thinking, that sounds a little absurd, but no, that's just the very start of Tommy C's ludicrous statements.
I think it is absolutely fucking bizarre. I think it is bizarre. Absolutely bizarre that he talks about sexual perversion and this month and is that obsessed with it. Even
your friends try and stop you from making one of the biggest mistakes in your career. I mean, you're gonna call a 16-year-old a paedophile here, and wait for it, on the basis of talking about sex. Like, me, guys, I'm a massive Chad. I'm always talking about the sexual intercourses. So ultimately, that does make you a paedophile. Like, if I were to make a simple, comparison, if you're a porn star and you have sex for a living, you're probably a paedophile, aren't you? I mean, according to Tommy C, of course. We don't know how credible that information is.
I would not be shocked if we have a priest in a whorehouse situation. I'm going that far, so shut up. So shut up. Yeah, I'm calling Cobra nuts. You're actually right. So what's the difference? He's done it to everybody else. Why can't I do it to him? Right? So apparently if you make a few jokes about people, that turns into calling everyone a nonce. Even if that was the case, and I wasn't joking about any of these comments, isn't it a bit weird, Tommy C, that you're now calling me a paedophile on your stream for making jokes about other people being pedophiles? Right. So I would not, let me finish. I would not be surprised if there's something going on. Nobody talks about sex to that degree, that often, unapologetically. Alright guys, he's got a point. Who the fuck dares to talk about sex that unapologetically? It's disgusting. I mean, it's just a lie, because when I talk about sex, I always apologize afterwards. Like, what the fuck is this guy saying? As soon as Tommy C finishes up absolutely ramming his wife, he goes, sorry about that, mate. Guy's fucking nuts. However, I will take your criticisms on board. I will apologize next time I talk about sex. Hey, listen, it's not slander, because this is what I think. I don't know that for a fact, but it wouldn't shock me a bit if we find out he gets arrested for touching a fucking
I have a title.
You've kind of shot yourself in the foot there, haven't you, Tommy? Because at least when I've called people pedos as jokes, regardless whether, that's a good decision to make, at least I can say, well, I was joking. You've just made the assumption that I'm a paedophile. I mean, you might tell by the tone of my voice, I don't really care, to be honest. Like, if Tommy C wants to just keep on digging himself a fucking grave, then that's his problem, not mine. But as you figured, Tommy C's stupidity doesn't end there. And in the same stream, he makes some comments like this.
I think he's a nuts. I'll be perfectly honest with you. And I mean it. I think he's a nuts. I think he's a nuts in training.
Like, if I was in Tommy C's house, you know, back when he made this, I'd just switch off the power before he had a chance to say this. What the fuck are you doing? Like, I don't want to get the misconception that I've been hurt by this or anything. I just don't understand why he's done it. Like, that's what I'm questioning. Of course, I'm not a paedophile. No evidence to even support that. I just don't understand why Tommy C would make allegations that I'm a paedophile, even after criticizing me for joking about people being pedophiles.
You think he's learning? You think he's learning, Willie Mac? I think he's learning to molest kids. How about that?
So not only am I a pedophile, but I also sexually abuse people. I mean, let's just look at another reality where I said this to Tommy C. I can guarantee he'll have another 3 freakouts on his live streams. I mean, I may as well do it because it's more content. It's just so funny how this guy can criticize me for doing jokes in this sort of manner, but here, he's not even joking, and he's made an allegation as serious as that. It's a little bit hypocritical, don't you think?
No offense, son, but I you look like you should still be at school with your head down a fucking toilet.
Now, as shown by this clip I'm going to play, it's pretty evident that Tommy C would never, ever, ever attack somebody's family.
He's like, I think I really stay away from the kids. Yeah. I think it's the line. Kids, family members. I would never attack fucking Nerd City's girlfriend.
Oh, wait.
Who's at one day telling everybody, hey, get off the internet, man, if you can't take it. Don't make fun of my wife with cerebral palsy. Fuck your wife with cerebral palsy, tipster. Fuck her. Fuck her right in her ears. Who cares? Who cares? You're gonna make fun of my the way I raise my kids, and you're gonna piss and moan about something like that? Fuck you in the ass. I'll make fun of you too.
All right, Tommy, this will be the only time I'll be responding to you because, quite frankly, I don't think you're worth the scraps of dirt that are stuck to the bottom of my shoes. You can make fun of me all you want. You can make fun of my appearance. You can make fun of my weight. You can even make fun of my anxiety and depression, which, yeah, I heard about that. And that makes you look like a real fucking scumbag. And all that does is prove that I made the right call by walking away from you because you're a piece of shit. But one thing I'm going to say, don't you ever speak about my wife ever again. Keep my fucking wife out of your mouth. She has muscular dystrophy, by the way, not cerebral palsy. Don't you ever speak about my wife again, you fucking loser.
Yes, Tommy C, very nice guy, decided to attack Tipster's wife for having cerebral palsy. Excuse me? And this guy is still here on the fucking site. Jesus Christ. And not to mention, he attacked my family.
Lieutenant Cobra, your whole fucking family are utter garbage and trash. I bet you're fucking white trash. I bet you're scraping the bottom of the barrel if you're not on fucking welfare. A fucking Mack truck wouldn't change my position if it ran you fucking down. Your family's in peace, your father's shit, your mother's shit, and your shit. I can see why your parents are remainers, losers that know nothing. Your family's trash, fucking your mother's trash, all of you are trash over there. Utter fucking loser trash. Your fucking mom and dad are too drunk all the time to rein you fucking, and he told me his father is well aware of what he does online. Fuck you, Dad. Fuck you, Dad, if you're not a heroin addict or meth head.
With his justification being that I called his kid a Nazi.
You get sarcastic with me again, and I will stuff so much cotton wool down your fucking throat it'll come out your ass.
Now, it's apparent that so far, Tommy C isn't the nicest person. And along with making false allegations about me, being extremely hypocritical and attacking people's families, of course Tommy C is a liar. Now, on his stream, he claimed that I called his son a Nazi.
He was the only one that had a following. And he called my son a Nazi. 3-year-old boy.
Which, if we go and have a look at what I commented, it just says the word Nazi. Now, the history behind this is that Tommy C uploaded a video on Halloween with his son, saying, you know, happy Halloween and whatnot. Now, I watched about the first 10 seconds of the video, commented the word Nazi just randomly, and left. Now, within the 10-second time frame, his son doesn't even speak, so I wouldn't even tell that he was German to even make the comment. And on watching the video further, his kid does speak, but, you know, when I commented the word Nazi, I didn't even hear his kid speak. And let's just talk in a sense that I did call his kid a Nazi. That is so extreme and so unlikely, you know, that a 3-year-old boy would be a Nazi, to the point where you'd wonder, why is Tommy C getting so mad over it? Surely that doesn't justify you attacking my family. And months ago when you attacked Tipster's wife, that surely isn't justified for him just liking a tweet making fun of how you raise your kids. So to clarify, I never called his child a Nazi, and there's no evidence to say that I called his kid a Nazi, only the word Nazi that I commented. But just so you know, this was fabricated by Tommy C. There's some more lies within it. Tommy C on his stream says I commented, you know, big letters Nazi.
Yeah, some of them were jokes, but this one was like just Nazi. Big letters. Which pissed
why?
me.
Because he's German?
Yeah, because he's German.
It wasn't really big letters, but that's not that important. But previously, when I went to say hello in Tommy C's stream, he went off on me because of the comment I made in around November time. He then claimed that his wife had seen it and was dead mad at him for it.
Or maybe your significant partner. And if that's the case, do what I'm about to do now. Hey, Lieutenant Cobra, you're out of here. You called my kid a Nazi. Bye. News channel, douchebag. Halloween. And my wife caught it. Thanks. I had to fucking listen to that shit.
But if you watch this clip here, he said he deleted it so his wife couldn't see it.
I deleted the comment. Because I didn't want my wife to fucking see it.
But that's also interesting, because the comment is still there. So which is it, Tommy? Did your wife see it, or did your wife not see it? Or are you just picking the narrative you want to go to sell the argument to your fans that I'm the worst person on planet Earth? Anyway, Tommy C is a liar and a little bitch.
Couple of curse words, all right? Kiss my sweaty balls, you fat fuck.
And finishing it off with a point that is so apparent that it doesn't really need mentioning. And that is that Tommy C is a bitch who is afraid of being wrong. And this is evident by the fact that he's blocked me on Discord, he soft blocked me on Twitter so I couldn't DM him, and he's been ignoring my tweets directed at him. Even though he's happy to talk about me on Twitter, he's still scared to reply to me. And you might say maybe that's because I'm a child and Tommy C doesn't argue with children.
Drop fucking dead, kid.
Nah, that ain't it, is it? If Tommy C can criticize me and shout at me, then surely I'm man enough to debate with him. One reason I'm thinking that Tommy C doesn't want to debate me is because he knows he's in the wrong. And on the motion of being a bitch, a YouTuber known as BoBlacks made a video talking about the drama between me and Tommy C, displaying tweets for context for the viewers to make up their mind about the drama, which is fine, it's what he normally does, it's okay. But Tommy C had a big issue with that. His problem was with a piece of information not being mentioned that could support his argument, and therefore made BoBlacks re-upload the entire video again with a disclaimer and some new information. The only issue is that when it came back to re-uploading the video, it added in the points about Tommy calling me a pedo, along with a point against me. So they balanced each other out, with Tommy still looking like a complete bellend. With people insulting Tommy in BoBlacks' replies, Tommy decided to spurge off about him on his YouTube channel.
But Martin Luther fucking autism couldn't nail me with his fucking, his tism rap. What do you call it? If it's racism, well, if it's racism, it's autism, right? Autism. He tried to he called me an autist, and I mean, I'm not going to be honest with you. I tried to ruin BoBlacks a year ago with open folders and everything, and I tried to.
Not only does Tommy like to insult people with physical disabilities, but now he's insulting someone with autism and admits to trying to end their career.
He said I attacked a child. Isn't it a little accurate to call him a teenager, a junior in high school?
Not only that, he seems to have an issue with the title saying child YouTuber, even though I'm legally a child, and even by your United States definition, I'm also a child.
So wait, there's been like more on the whole like BoBlacks front, like outside of that.
I don't know. I don't know. You know what it is? I don't fucking talk to anybody in that capacity very often. I'm not in their chat group. I'm not, this Legion thing is horseshit. But it's not what he thinks it is. He's fucking lying, and he's lying deliberately, trying to ruin my reputation as some kind of manipulative cunt. And he's the manipulative cunt.
This is just evident that Tommy C is a bitch and is very scared of what's coming in the future. Now, to finish off this video, I would like to clarify that I don't hate Tommy C. I dislike him, and I think his behavior is totally unacceptable, especially, for somebody who's 43 years of age. Fuck me, that's somebody's dad. Before you go and bully his channel, that's somebody's dad. Like, that is somebody who puts dinner on the table for his children. Fuck me. I don't actually hate Tommy C, although, it looks obvious that he hates me. I just dislike him, and I think that the things that he's done, it deserves to be criticized. So instead of me telling him to die like he said to me, I've decided to supply some constructive criticisms to him.
You are a boring F*** cunt.
I hope that in the future, Tommy, you think before you speak, and maybe you don't jump to conclusions as fast. Maybe don't take such a hostile approach all the time, and actually see both arguments at how it is, and not just choose the one that fits your own narrative. Maybe contact people first when you have an issue with them to sort something out, rather than spurging on Tommy C's shot from the point. I genuinely think that you can take these criticisms and actually improve you as a person and your content.
Like that's ever gonna happen. What a load.
This is the almighty infinite, independent excellence, devil fighting, rebel titan, weed smoking alchemist, fake identities, okay, you cool with Jason Bourne, running with these Wolverines, okay, you about to catch a storm, I ain't never been